Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to today's NQ live trading session. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. If you are new here, I am a scalper. I trade NQ using Renko's Orderflow and price action. I trade with Apex Trader Funding, Take Profit Trader, and we just added Tradeify to the mix last night. So I don't know all the way if I'm going to, I think I am going to go ahead and copy trade over to Tradeify starting today. I don't really like starting things at the end of a week, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I am flat. I have not taken any trades just yet. Haven't seen anything pop up. I did stop trading about 3 minutes ago just for the low impact news, and I will restart in about 20 seconds. So hopefully we get some movement. Yesterday we had some pretty good price action, but so far today we've had kind of a chop fest. The left chart is a 1 minute chart. This is the ATR down here. I have it on period 1 because I just want to see what the range is per candle, not over a period of time. And then over here is the Renko chart. I do use NinjaTraders on a 24:2 setting. So I am clear to trade again. We do have medium impact news coming up at 9 o'clock, which I forgot to open financial juice. So I am currently trading 2 PAs, and that is a 25K with Apex and a 50K with Take Profit Trader. I do have 2 other PAs that I'm letting sit right now because I'm still kind of working through my strategy a little bit. So I didn't really want to put all 4 PAs at risk, just half. And then we'll see what we could do with this Tradeify eval. I'm not at the office. Hallelujah. Good morning, Applejacks. How are you this morning? Are you trading or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Last night, I was trying to figure out if I want to keep up down tick. I don't know. I think I do, but I'm just so not sure. I don't know if I want to go back to bid ask. I feel like maybe with some of the newfound knowledge after switching to up down that maybe I can make bid ask work. I don't know. But I do still feel like up down is going to give me more opportunities. So we'll probably just stick with it. Who knows? Like I said, I just feel like there's so many different options. I don't know if I'll be able to ever memorize everything. And that's my biggest problem at the moment. But we'll see. We will see. I feel like I've been doing so well since switching, so why mess up a good thing, you know? But I don't know. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? Pacers let you down last night? Oh, wait. The trade was green, but this price action is ass. Understandable. Understandable, my lady. What the Pacers did to you. Oh, wait. Is the Pacers the one who keeps doing these crazy comebacks that they've been talking about? They had some kind of statistic that said, like, whatever the comeback is has only happened like 5 times in history, and 4 of them were by the Pacers this season alone or something crazy. Spirit for yearly trading view instead of monthly, got 6 months free. Ooh, nice. Nice. 17. For whatever reason, fix this. Oh God. Trying to see if I'm gonna get into a buy, but I don't. So the divergence will pop off. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not what I'm looking for. It's not what I'm looking for either. When it controls too high in this bar. All right. Just need to win once more and go to the finals. Nice. Good morning, True. How are you? This heifer. My only friend is crazy. We let you get away with it the first time, lady. You're not gonna keep getting away with this. What the heck is wrong with you? You small red trenches? Yes, we can believe they made you do work. You deserve all the work. Since you're not my friend. 75. I either need this. We gotta either stall or we gotta touch this VWAP or something. All right, well, there's the VWAP touch. Oh, actually, I don't like the VWAP touch. I kind of removed quite a bit of my options for trading at levels. For now, just not enough examples for some of them. And this is one that I removed. Looks like the delta might be positive if it drops anyway. If it drops here at least. Oh, zigzag changed. What you gonna wow it? What are you saying wow for? Actually, I wish they called you in today. Alright, I got like 3 minutes before I have to stop trading for the medium impact news. Then we'll be clear from news for the rest of the session. Excuse me. The audacity. Not you gotta talk to HR for making her do her job. Um, mm, mm, mm. This delta would turn positive and keep the stay negative. Right. That would have been a nice buy, but it was a negative delta. I was waiting for the delta to change. The point of control was where I wanted it to be, but whatevs. 1 minute before I have to stop for news. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. True. Did you see that I uploaded the best losers wins PDF? I think that's the right one. Yes, ma'am. News in 3 minutes. All right, here's my stopping point. We'll just wait a little bit. So yeah, like I said earlier, last night I was playing around with bid ask again. And I just don't know. I don't know if I want to switch back or not. Technically, this is the 3rd week of data that I have for up down. Now, according to my TradeZella data, I should stay here. All right. So I think I am until things change. Then maybe I'll go back. I don't really know. Trying to see how many weeks of data I have for BidAsk, because honestly BidAsk wasn't going that bad. It's just I had to fix the I had 3 weeks on BidAsk as well before I switched over. It looks like maybe, oh yeah, because I did some other stuff kind of in between that. I think my only issue with BidAsk was I didn't have good rules for if my entry bar touched a level. That to me was the only problem that I was having, which now that I separated them, and I started to separate it like this probably the last 2 days of me trading BidAsk, but I had to separate between if I'm buying at a support level versus buying at a resistance level kind of thing. So I don't know, maybe this weekend I might look to switch back. But at the same time, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Let me see. I started last week. So all right. These are my stats since I switched to BidAsk, okay? I want you guys to see this. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyway. Oh, that was what I wanted to do. Hold on. Let me take this screenshot again. Actually, no, I don't have to. Just move this over here. All right, so while I'm waiting to be cleared to trade again, these are my stats since switching to BidAsk. So this is 2 weeks of data. And mind you, the week that I was multiplying contracts because my eval was almost done, in my strategy testing, which is the evals, I only do one. So even if I take 4 contracts, I go in and I edit it and do 1 contract per trade. And even if I'm copy trading, which I haven't been because I only had the 1 eval left, I only count 1 account. So, I mean, my stats are pretty freaking good. Up 1,000, 80% win rate, almost 3 profit factor. I mean, 76% win rate. I mean, why switch it? So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But that's the stat so far. No problem, true. No problem. No problem. Yeah, I thought you were doing well with the bid ask. I was, but the plus levels were really pissing me off. So I don't know. I really do like the up down so far. We'll see. I do feel like I would be able to I do feel like I'll be able to memorize the rules of bid ask a lot better. But again, maybe over time it'll be a little bit different. I don't know anymore. Don't know anything. So we'll see. I do feel like though, after 3 weeks on bid ask and 3 weeks on up down, the bid ask, my rules were a lot more strict, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. It is seeming like over time, these rules are going to kind of eventually get to the same point anyway. So I don't know. I don't fucking know anything anymore. I don't know. We'll see. Good morning, Paul. How are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning. We'll see. I'll let you guys know on Monday. The only thing I don't like is mainly that on up down tick, when I have like trend change trades where that's not one. That's not one either. I don't know if I've even, oh, like this. Higher high to a lower low to a lower high. Those work a lot better, or they seem to happen more frequently on bid ask. 124. This would have been perfect. Literally, volume and order flow pattern was perfect, but you can see we had equal swings, 1.2 and 1.2, so I couldn't get into it. I gotta wait for the next pullback because divergence is not gonna work again because of the equal volume in the swings. So yes, happy Friday. I think I'm gonna go to the grocery store today. I wanted to go yesterday, but it was raining and I melt in the rain, okay? So I didn't go, but I need to. I would rather go today than go over the weekend when everybody and their mama there. So we will see. Come on, pull that. We are at the middle VWAP level, so you're going to Vegas tonight? Oh, will have a safe trip. How long will you be there over the weekend? Hope you have fun. Oh, I finally was able to do my freaking passport renewal online, which is important because there's going to be in early August, I'm not going to be streaming for a few days. My best friend wants to go to Mexico for her birthday on a cruise, and I will be there. So, of course, I'll remind you guys when it comes up, but I needed to renew my passport to do it. See, 72. Right now, with this volume pattern, I don't really like bouncing off of the level unless we rotate over it for now. So we'll wait till either we clear it or we'll just have to bounce up and I look for divergence just for the night. Skip the upside down smiley face is enough for me to know I don't need to know what you're doing tonight. I hope it happens. I hope you're able to get them autographed. That would be so dope. Dang, I was hoping we rotated down there. All right, whatever. That needs to turn green. I don't want to take this double top here. The zigzag is still red. I want it to turn green for the divergence. Yes, you better. With the oh, yes, call her out. I wonder where Janelle has been if she's okay. I don't think Janelle's been here all week, huh? Or maybe just on no, maybe just on Wednesday. If she came on Wednesday, I hope she's okay. There is a lot of resistance here. But there's an imbalance in the point of control. It looks like we're at the point of control for today. Plus, I can't do a double top because of the volume of the swings. All right, there we go. It's a little better.
Russia's UN and White House UN Security Council, a simple ceasefire is not enough to the war strike.
All right, what are we doing here?
Sustainable lasting settlement of the Ukraine conflict. We need to address the distribution of forces.
Why isn't my auto break even on? Oh, maybe it wasn't supposed to hit yet. All right, hold on, you guys. Oh, it was one tick away from it. God damn it. Am I still in a trade? No, I'm not. Okay. I thought it screwed me on the auto break even, but it didn't. It came one tick from it. Did it? Yeah, it did come one tick from it. All right. All right, all right, all right. It's cool. Follow my rules so I'm not tripping off of that. Oh, you don't be dirty. Don't be dirty. To get stopped out and it goes up like freaking 100 ticks is crazy. Crazy. That is so dirty. Jeez Louise. Screw you, Mr. Market. Who's making money on Shopify? About 2 apexes today. Ooh, let us know how it goes. 21,447 is your target. So about 70 more points. T-Rex is keeping her safe. No, it wasn't Shopify. I was making money on TikTok Shop. I am starting back e-commerce with Walmart on Monday. So I'll let you guys know how it goes. The guy with the company that I was going through the first time, he said that he has better results with the first company on TikTok Shop, but a new company that he's been using for like 6 months, they do better with Walmart. So I'm going to do that. It's supposed to be starting on Monday. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. And I have to ask them about the TikTok Shop too, because I don't know if they restarted it or not. They were supposed to. I don't know. You heard the sound and it's supposed to break you. No, so trenches, when I get into a trade, the first set of cha-chings that you hear is because like basically once I'm so many ticks in profit, my stop loss trails the close of a reversal bar, so that, you know, if a reversal bar happens, I don't have to lose the whole 26 ticks, because if a reversal bar happens, I'm like, it's gonna lose, right? So I would rather lose this amount here than lose the full amount. It's just an extra few ticks, but I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, it was literally one tick away from moving my stop loss to break even. Because the way that I can calculate it, I look at the close of the reversal bar and then I add 6.5 to it. Since my entry is one tick beyond the open of the bar. So, and then my take profit is 6.5. So I just add the 6.5 to the close of the bar, and that lets me know that's where my stop loss would move to break even. So 91. So that was the stupid ass cha-chings. Nah, honestly, that particular, so most of my rules have some kind of delta rule with it. Like, all right, the delta of the entry bar needs to be more than the highest volume bar in the previous swing or whatever, or less than. That trade right there didn't have a rule. It just said I wanted the point of control to be in the wick, which I don't really like those rules when they're like that, but I kind of have to go based off of whatever data I have at the time. And at the time, it didn't matter what the delta was. So probably after I look back through the data, I've only had maybe like 2 or 3 trades like that. They might have all won, but let's say there's 3 wins and this loss. That's not worth it to me, especially because that pattern has only happened very few times in 3 weeks. So that's what I was saying earlier, where like over time, my rules are probably going to be pretty concise. I just have to get enough data for them. I feel like bid ask kind of showed what I needed pretty quickly. It's just I didn't know how to trade at levels though. So, but it's all good. That's actually my first loss of the week. Because Wednesday were 2 break evens, yesterday was 4 wins, and then today is the first loss of the week. This lady at Chick-fil-A, oh my gosh. What you gonna get? Baby, a couple weeks ago, I wanted just the large mac and cheese. That motherfucker, so I had to pay $10 for some mac and cheese. I did it. But I was like, bro. And then I think this was this week. I think over the weekend I had got some Culvers. No, it wasn't over the weekend because I did it when I went to the DMV on whatever day that was, Tuesday. I got a 10-piece Culver meal, shrimp, $19. Then went to this place I always get honey hot shrimp from, 10-piece, $19. I said, this is why I sit in my house. Cause what? I can't. My brain hurts. I used to pay like $12, I think, for the one at Culver's, and maybe like $14 for the one at the place that I used to go to, with the honey hot shrimp. But that's just because you pay extra for the little honey hot cups or whatever of sauce. But baby, $19. No. For something where I'm gonna be hungry again in like 4 hours. My brain just can't take it. Girl. I trick once those people wanted to kill you, Paul. I'm sure they did. People do not play about Chick-fil-A, honey. It was trash. I didn't realize I'm supposed to get seafood from there. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a burger from there. I don't think ever. I've always just gotten the shrimp meal. Always. There's very few places that I get burgers from as far as fast food goes. I'll go to Dairy Queen. Now, Dairy Queen burgers don't sleep. They ain't just good for the ice cream, okay? And I love their fries. Yeah, Dairy Queen, obviously Steak and Shake, and their sister Freddy's. That's probably it. I don't really get burgers from very many places, honestly. Oh, you was putting up equipment at 5 a.m. No salt on anything at Culver's. You know what? I don't mind it. I don't really put salt on anything. Well, I never really put salt on anything at home. Even like if I'm seasoning something, I'll use only one seasoning that has salt in it, and it's usually this buttery steakhouse from, oh my gosh, what is the name? I can't think. It's a white bottle with a guy on it. I forget. But that's the only one that I use that has salt in it. So I don't mind when things don't have salt on it. What are we doing? I hope we don't sit here and consolidate at these all of this. I cannot believe I got stopped out just for it to push like that. What a hoot. So I wanted this trade, but I would have to break even there anyway, so it made no sense to hit the VWAP, popped, would have hit my break even, and now we'll probably push through. Of course, you dirty bastard. But this is what I was talking about, where I was saying, like, I hope that eventually I don't have to break even at the resistance levels. This is an upper VWAP deviation level, which is resistance. So if I would have had to hold the break even until we hit the buy rotation level, that green dash line, it never popped back up after hitting the green line. So I would have been able to hold for the entire duration of the trade. I'm not interested in a buy here. How you give me a buy? I thought you liked London, Applejacks. I thought you preferred it. Top 3 in the nation with the best food. Not kids. No, I think Culver's is good. I just never had anything besides the seafood. But my friend who lives in Chicago, my best friend that trades, he always gets some kind of fish burger at Culver's. But whatever I forgot what he said it was, but whatever it was, we don't have that at any of the ones here. Because I looked on all the menus of the ones that were closest to me, and we didn't have that kind of fish sandwich. So I was a little jelly. Because I wanted to try it. You made it sound so good. I'm really not going to get any patience. 1 minute, 1, 2, 3, 4. Today just hasn't been that great. I think maybe that one could have worked. Technically, that pushed off the level, but that one didn't. So I'm just sleeping through. Understood. What was the best thing to come off the grill? Italian beef, no diddy. Yeah, my best friend, he always talks about Portillo's too. And he always is getting an Italian beef. All right, Market, what are we going to do here? I'm not a fan of the consolidation around here at all. Just want to see us push away from this. Oh, Paul, you're okay. So you have a target to hit the new highs. I didn't realize the high was at 421. Hopefully I can get one more trade in, end up break even. But if we keep consolidating in all of these little levels around here, I'm not going to get shit. And see, I mainly don't like that. I don't like how I didn't. I'm cool with not getting trades in here. That's fine. But I feel like I should have gotten something in here before I even got into that trade, honestly. Especially one of the trades where we popped up. Oh, you know what? That was news. Never mind. So I couldn't start trading again until here. Never mind. I forgot about news. Yesterday's PM high. Yeah, we got the close at 385, the current open at 371.25, the overnight high, which for me I do 2 to 2:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. The overnight high is there at 366.50. Just a lot of congestion, too much going on here. Too many levels in one spot. And this is like a 20-point range of like 5 levels. Can we just break past the prior close, please? I got 15 minutes, damn it. Zigzag just changed to seller's volume. There's a pretty huge spike of volume in this candle. When you look at the volume of all the other bars preceding it, it's a lot. Their commissions are higher. Is Tradeify commissions higher than Take Profit Trader? I thought Take Profit Trader had the highest commissions. For a mini, they're $5 round trip, but it looks like on Tradeify it's $5.76. That's insane. I thought they followed the CME. Oh, but you know what? I haven't been on free commission or the free commission column in so long. What's the chart doing? I've had a lifetime license for like almost 6 years in Q. Oh, okay. That is crazy. All right. And here it was. I thought I thought Take Profit Trader was insane. She say she was over it. Oh, congratulations to her. Does she want to go back? What's her final verdict? I know she stuck it out. She was liking it a little bit, but you know, after you get that little break, it's like, yeah, I liked it, but Daddy, I don't want to go back. Does she want to go back? Wrestling for me, I think like to have somebody all close to you and rubbing skin and they could be sweating and stuff. Ugh. It's just nasty. Mm-mm. Do you use Rhythmic at all? My Apex 25K is Rhythmic. But all the other accounts are Tradeovate. So the 50K with Apex, the Take Profit Trader, and now the Tradeify accounts, they're all Tradeovate. You don't even like damn. Now I will say, like, I don't like hugging nobody that's sweaty, okay? I don't. Mm-mm. Don't put your sweat on me. Thank you. Yeah, just the thought. And then I'm kind of a germaphobe a little bit, so I'd be thinking like, if I was a wrestler, baby, I would need to clean the mat. I need to clean the mat before my match. All right, because I just saw 6 different people roll around and put their sweat all on this mat, and you want me to come behind them and put mine on there too? We kind of got a problem. It's not gonna work for me at all. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Did that close on it? No, it didn't. Come on, stupid market. Like, this consolidation is so ass. I have got to look into. I don't know though, because like yesterday the market was moving way too fast for a 16 tick chart. And I've been saying I want to reduce down a little bit. But the thing is, if I reduce down, I have to go to a 20. I can't go below a 20 because of micro scalping rules on my funded futures when I decide to add them. So I'm trying to kind of like think ahead. But this shit is ass. I cannot take it. I can't. But then at the same time, we're just consolidating at all these different levels, which is going to happen on a 16 tick chart as well. But I guess on a 16 tick chart, I'm hoping that like we have some kind of movement in between. Because my gosh, Jesus, so much. How's your experience with Apex been, favorable or unfavorable? Well, G Wood, so I've been on YouTube for a year and a half, and I've only been here to like develop a scalping strategy, okay? So I do not have payouts with any companies. I actually just started trading my PAs again this week. So I earned my very first PA with Apex in March of last year, and it only has 23 trading days on it, 24 if you count today. So I've not had any issues, mainly because I wasn't pulling money out. But I will say that my biggest problem with Apex is their lack of communication. This has always been a problem, even when I was a mod in the official Discord. Lack of communication, miscommunication, and they absolutely need somebody on like the marketing or communications team, because that ain't it. I will say that I know that Apex deals with a lot more issues in regards to the traders, like exploiting things, copy trading services, and things like that. They deal with that on a much higher scale than other companies, mainly because people take advantage of the 20 accounts. There's a lot of things that Apex did first, like probations and things like that, that had people in a tizzy. But then Top Step starts to do it six months later, and nobody has an issue. So there are certain things like that that's kind of annoying. But I just feel like as long as you are net positive in any company, not to say who cares, but you're here to make money, right? So as long as you have the opportunity to make money, make your money. If you end up getting banned, if you end up getting probation, and this goes for any company, as long as you are net green, you've done your job, right? But also, in regards to that, everybody's goal should be to take a percentage of their payouts with every company and fund a live account. Because most companies do not have any good incentives with trading live with them anyway. Let's just be real here. They don't. So I've not had bad experiences, but I know that they do not handle certain things in a way that I would if it was my business. And for that reason, it's very difficult sometimes to stand behind them with certain things. But at the end of the day, because I trade with them, I am still going to have a coupon code. I'm going to have my coupon code up there. And I appreciate people who support me because I still trade with them regardless. You know what I mean? And I'm going to continue to, because I look at it as just the opportunity to make money. And that's that. I'm going to get into a buy here. Hopefully I don't regret it. That's if the delta stays high. It is a trap right now. Sellers are in control of the point of control of this bar. And they're not anymore. I'm no longer interested. But anyway, so yeah. That's my take on Apex. I've not had any bad experiences with any companies, but again, that's just because I was using evals to figure my way out in how I want to scalp. So I have very limited experience with all of the companies. She kind of wants to go back, but the other camp has more stuff because it's all day. She just wants to learn. Understood. And that's a very good reason to get her into wrestling. Are you going to get her into like martial arts at all? And this is why I was no longer interested. See, that pop down right there would have stopped me out. We don't even have a zigzag attached. However, I'm reading things I don't like. So what are the things that you don't like, G Wood? And I will help to, I guess, clarify things. You know, a lot of people think that Apex affiliates are all shields and shit like that, which is so. There are some that are. But like I tell everybody, there are certain affiliates that fight battles that you would never know. Like when I was in a mod in the official Discord, there were a lot of battles that I fought that had nothing to do with me. Okay? Never had to deal with any of these things. I have like accused, not even accused, I've stated to certain staff members that they are complete liars. Which was true. They were liars, and I let that be known. As a matter of fact, I didn't call John a liar, but John, when everything happened with the first bans, probations, whatever you want to call it, I was the first person to privately tell them, like immediately when it happened, I told them they did the shit on purpose. Like, I told them, you put this stuff on people's dashboards about not purchasing evals on a Friday, and you waited until Monday to send them the emails on purpose because that made them miss the next payout window. That is why in all of his little ranty videos back then when everything happened, he kept trying to say, we didn't send that, a couple days later on purpose, and da 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 da. People are saying that, yes, you did. So I always publicly state my discord with them, because I think that it's important, even though I'm a micro influencer, I think it's important that people speak up about certain things, because that's the only way that things change, right? And you never want to feel like the person that you support doesn't support you by speaking up when they do have a voice. Now, I can tell you that Apex does not listen to the majority of us. And I actually I'm not a mod anymore, so I don't have any connections to be able to, say much of anything besides just publicly stating stuff in videos. But yeah, it's just, companies are companies. And even when all this stuff came out with the video that was released, the unauthorized recording of what John said in the meeting, like I tell anybody, if we're real, every company has those conversations. You just don't see the unauthorized recordings of them. Anytime a company changes payout rules, puts payout caps, whatever, anytime a company makes any kind of changes like that, they had the same conversation you saw in that video. You just didn't see the video of it. We have to remember that it's the company versus the traders. The more successful we are, the less successful they are, because the majority of their money comes from failed evals, from PA activation fees and things like that. So we need to stop looking at prop firms like they're our friends, because they're not. It's that simple. One of my trading partners sent me a screenshot for Apex. Yes, so that is true. They are sending that. Now, apparently, they are doing that now because they are looking to put people live. Now, some people who received the email weren't supposed to receive it, just like some people who received the email over the weekend of the eval ban and all that. Well, yeah, we're going to call it the eval ban. They weren't banned from Apex, but they could not purchase more evals. Some of those people got the emails and they were not supposed to, and now those people are able to buy evals again. They lifted the ban off of their dashboards. But yeah, for some people who are receiving that email, it's because they are looking to put them live, possibly. Because last year when they were asking for that kind of stuff, and people to send video recordings of them trading and stuff like that, that's because at that time, these trade for you companies were running rampant, okay? And so even though people were so upset about Apex requiring people to do video recordings, it was for a reason. It was to make sure that you were the person trading your account. There were so many people that they caught opening up NinjaTrader or Tradeovate or whatever and didn't even know how to freaking take a trade. Or they would be sitting there trying to explain stuff. They can't explain it because they don't know how to trade because somebody's trading for them. And as they're in the middle of explaining, a trade pops up on their screen. So we have to remember that even if you are somebody who doesn't exploit things, like people knew that there was an exploitation with the bonds market in Sim. If you traded bonds and you didn't know about that exploitation, or even if you did know but you didn't take advantage of it, you have to remember that not everybody's like you. There are people who are only looking to exploit things, and that's the only thing that they care about, right? So it could be very frustrating when they're asking for these different things, and it's like, well, other companies don't ask me for this. Well, other companies also don't give you the opportunity of 20 account leverage, right? But again, according to them, they're actually trying to start taking people live now. And I know a lot of people had issues with like, oh, I want to trade with a company that has a clear path to live. Well, and I've said this since last year, in order for a company to have a clear path to live, and it actually makes sense from a financial aspect, you have to take good traders live. There's a company out there right now, and I cannot remember which one it was, maybe Blue Sky. It could be them, it could be someone else, that publicly stated in their Discord that they needed to stop taking people live so quickly because they had a clear, quick path to live, right? And the broker told them, stop taking people live so quickly. You're wasting money. Why? Because the majority of people in this majority of people in this space are gamblers. They over leverage. They look at prop firms like it's a casino, not like what it was intended to be used for, right? When I first started trading prop firms, which I bought my very first Apex account like, I don't even know, maybe May of 2022, 2023, maybe 2023. I don't know. I wasn't really actively trading the accounts. I was like trading here and there, whatever. But people looked at prop firms like, okay, I want to trade futures. I don't have $3,000 to put into a personal account. So I would rather take a couple $100, get some leverage, get some payouts. And it was like a mutual, respectful relationship between the prop firm and the trader, right? But at some point when other prop firms started coming in, it was like a race to get the biggest market share, and because of that, so many companies got really lax on their rules. When I first bought my very first Apex account, you had to trade 25 days to get a payout in your PA. I can't remember what the evals were, but yeah, so it's not surprising that Apex doesn't have very many people that are live, because let's be real here, most people are gambling. And if you want to take good traders live, 90% of these people can't be taken live. Now, if it was me in my company, I'd take these people live and I would tell them that if you blow your live account, you're banned for 6 months. Take it serious. It's that simple, because you have to take people off the balance sheet when it comes to sim payouts. You have to. I got you, Trenches. Got you. Yeah, we're on the internet. Say Apex is making me make videos. Yeah, because you want to. Yeah, like it. I just feel like, is it too much to be doing sometimes? Yes. And I actually felt bad for some people, because there were some older traders that's like, they're asking me to do all, like, I'm not tech savvy. I don't know how to set up a camera here and screen record. I felt really bad for the older people. But aside from that, just do the fucking videos. Now, my only issue is when they did it the first time, they were so understaffed. It's like, you're barely making the payout windows, and now you want to add more work for you guys to be doing. How the hell y'all gonna get people approved and denied in time? And they weren't. They kept blowing accounts. Exactly. Like, let's be real. The only way you can get to those types of payouts in such a short period of time is to completely over leverage. And then you have people that have taken $1 million plus payouts that are like, oh, so Apex is going to ban me, huh? Well, Apex gives you the option of taking your payout or going live. If you pull all your freaking money out of your PAs, what is there to go live with? You can't take all of your money out and then say, oh, well, let me give you this much for live, or how much are y'all going to fund me for? You took your payout. So anybody that you see who took $1 million payout plus and is not trading with Apex anymore, that's why they took the payout, you guys. This is common sense. And then you have people, they're just going to ban them. Yeah. I don't understand what people want. There are some legit traders that got the video email. Yes. And guess what? And when they did the video request, they were able to request payouts again, and everything, it was good. That was all offended. Exactly, Amelia. We never heard from them again. Why? Because that mama wasn't trading her damn account. The son was. Even when it came to, like, I don't know if you guys remember, there was all of this social media uproar on Twitter and in Discords where people were like, they requested such and such from me, and I haven't heard back, and it's been 3 months, it's been 4 months. Every single one of those people were exploiting the bonds market. Every single one of them. I remember it was a girl named Owl something, I can't remember. No, was it the guy that was named Owl? I feel like it was a girl named Owl something as well. It was so much uproar. I even was like, yo, I kept reaching out, like, y'all have people that are on social media saying they haven't heard from y'all in months. And I wasn't taking up for those people because I don't know what the hell they're doing on the back end, but I still feel like the lack of communication. Now, you could have just said, hey, don't reach out to us until we reach out to you. There's a certain investigation that we're currently doing. Something. But to just literally ghost people for months was trash, just from a business aspect. But all of those people who were exploiting bonds, guess what? You have never seen them in any Discord ever since. Why? Because as soon as, now I feel like it was Lilu and somebody else that had already banned bonds trading. And then once Apex came out with that information, guess what? Most of the other companies banned bond trading as well. Exactly, Amelia. So I'm supposed to just keep letting them milk it? Like, we have to remember that even though it's only a small percentage, and I'm pretty sure the percentage now is a lot bigger than it was before, but only a small percentage of people get payouts to begin with. But when you're paying out $100,000 here, $2 million there, I think they had another $1 million payout this month. Like, y'all know how many evals and PAs they have to sell for that? No, we're not going to keep letting them milk the shit. That doesn't even make sense. There's just, like I said, we have to remember that just because we don't exploit things, there are not other people that do. And it just is what it is. I'd rather companies make changes that are going to keep them healthy so I can get my piece of the pie, rather than them just allowing any old crazy thing and then next thing you know, they're gone like FTT. I don't care about the company with the easiest rules. If you trade with good risk management, no company's rules will bother you, besides maybe like a micro scalping like I do, or you have some companies like Bulanox that tells you can't copy trade from another company to their company. So aside from that, if there are just regular trading rules, none of these rules will bother you. Even Apex is good risk management. The 5-to-1 doesn't bother you, and neither does the 30% P&L rule. Because why are you risking a third of your account? You cannot sit here and say Apex wants you to be precise on your entries and oh my God. No, they don't. It's called risk management. Learn how to calculate what your stop loss is, what your available drawdown is, what percentage of your drawdown you want to risk on each trade, and calculate your contract size from that. People complaining about a scaling rule. Why would you be trading more than 5 contracts with $2,500 worth of leverage anyway? You can't even do that in a live account, or you wouldn't do that in a live account. So shut up. Ugh, the complaints, they just drive me crazy. See you, Paul. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. I didn't know about the scam with trading in a few props, but I think that, yes, Amelia, there were people that were trading bonds that were trading it the correct way. But this is the other thing. There were also people who were learning from these bonds people on what to do, but didn't know it was an exploitation. And I feel bad for those people. But they have to protect themselves. Like, I used to be a bonds trader, not in props though, but I used to trade bonds on my live account, and I did so well. I used to trade with a 21 tick take profit, and on the bonds that I was trading, you're talking about $31 per tick. So I was making $600 on a trade. It was great money, and I rarely lost. I just don't like trading that way anymore. But yeah, I'm just sick of people in their uproar. And I get it to a certain extent, but like, just trade and shut up. Do what they ask you to do. If you want to keep trading and making money, you have to anyway. So complain about it one time and keep it moving. But hopefully, I'm hoping that they reach back out to people who weren't supposed to do the videos. So that they know they don't have to, because there's somebody who's actually 2 people who got the email asking them to provide more videos, but they're still waiting to hear back from the first set of videos they were asked to do, I think last month or something, or earlier in the month. I don't know. Stop talking about other streamers and just trade. That too. Sick of that too. Maybe Smile just this morning, just trade and shut up. Yeah, I mean, I get what he's saying about FSP, because if that's who he was talking about this time, because that seems to be the only person he's really talking about. I have tuned into his streams a couple of times, and I've always said if you are an influencer, whether it's a micro influencer or a big influencer, there is a certain moral and ethical. There's certain morals and ethics that you should have just being an influencer, right? And even I've seen that Patrick has been saying certain things on Twitter, and people have been calling him out like, you're saying this now, but didn't you do XYZ to get your payouts? Like, I think it's a disservice when you use your influence in a way that is negative and people that are following you can't see that it's a negative way to do things. Because like with the way I trade, right, there's no way anybody can copy me. I'm in and out before you can blink. So, but if I traded like intraday swing trading, I would probably put like a super heavy delay on my streams or something. Or like people talk about how Patrick doesn't show his entries more than half the time. I don't have a problem with that, because it's a moral thing of not wanting people to follow you. If you as a big influencer can go through 1,000 accounts because you make so much money with affiliates, the person that's following you can't do the same thing. Which people shouldn't be following you anyway. Let's just be real. And as adults, we have to take responsibility for what we are doing. But we also have to be real in that if a person is struggling to get payouts, and there's this influencer that is getting good payouts, don't you think they're going to try to follow them because they want the payouts? Should they be following them? No. But I also think that there is a problem with if you're going to have a problem with copy trading services, Discord groups, you should kind of also have a problem with live streams to a certain extent, because it's all the same. If I see my favorite influencer getting into a trade and I can see their stop loss, their take profit, just like if I was in a Discord group and they send that signal out, there's no difference. So when you have a person that's getting big payouts and they have a big audience, that's more people that are getting payouts that don't know how to trade. And the whole problem with the copy trading services is you're paying somebody who's not trading for themselves, and also you're paying somebody that doesn't even know how to trade. They're not even trying to figure it out because they're copying somebody, right? So I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's talking about the rips. Oh, yeah. I've been seeing that as well. And I think the biggest problem is that with the dodgy guy, and what I've read on Twitter, is that he has like a paid Discord and he paper trades. And somebody said, I think somebody that was on the inside that used to get a cut of his Discord profits or something, maybe they were helping him, I don't know. He's making like $64,000 a month from Discord services, which is crazy. But they're saying that he doesn't really show anything while it's happening. He just marks charts up or something. I don't know. But if you only trade on mobile, how would you record that? That's the problem, Trenches. There are people who got this email to record and they trade on mobile. So but I think all of the requests right now are not video requests. All of the requests right now are just like, you need to mark up your charts from the last, there's two different emails. There's one that says mark up your charts from the last 5 trading days. Tell us, why you got into the trade. So you have to explain your strategy, your entry and exit, any trailing that you have. Why do you trail the trade? So like, let's say that you trail the close of the bar while it's going up, or you're underneath the bottom of the previous bar or something on the way going up. So you have to explain that. And then it even says to list what indicators you use or something. And so you have to do the previous 5 days, and then you have to do it every day for 5 days after that. The other email is telling people It's asking for the same thing, explain your strategy, but then you have to do screenshots for the next 10 days. So there's like 2 different sets of emails right now. But if they ask you to record and you do mobile, you're kind of screwed, because when they were doing the video request before, so the first round of video requests, you just had to record your screen. So if you trade on mobile, you're fine. But the second time they did the video request, because of them discovering that there were people that didn't know how to trade themselves, that's when you had to screen record, and you had to like set up another camera, usually your phone camera, showing, like, it had to be behind you so you could show that you're clicking the mouse and the keyboard and stuff. Well, you can't do that on mobile. So, but I don't think they've asked for video recordings in a while. I've seen maybe like 2 people in the last maybe 3 months. But yeah, didn't know about the paper trades and paid Discord. Yeah, that's the problem, and why they're going after that guy, Amelia. There was a guy that said that they used to do like a 40-40-20 split, I guess, on the profits from his Discord, and he was getting, the dodgy guy was getting 64K a month. Does have paid Discord too, but I guess he trades account live. Yeah, because somebody tried to call Rips out for that. Like, well, you have a paid Discord. He's like, yeah, but I trade a live account. It's not the same. It's a YouTube blog for financial advice, or is it entertainment? It's for entertainment, yes. But my problem is the result is the same thing. So even though the streamers, are doing it for entertainment, the reality is people are going to copy them if they're getting payouts. And if they see that this person is consistently getting payouts and they kind of like their strategy, whatever, they're going to copy them. That's why so many people get so upset that Patrick doesn't show his entries and exits, because he trades pretty consistently with like bear and bull flags and things like that. Now, Patrick will say, like, I'm looking for this level, but he won't tell you when you get in. And I think that that's fine. But I do like the transparency of people showing their entries and exits and things like that too. So it's like, what's the balance here? I think the only thing you can really do is to try to put a delay on your stream, but even then a delay is not enough, because most of the time they're in trades for 10 minutes plus. So a delay is not really going to do anything unless your trade takes off immediately and then people can't get the same entry. So yeah, it's for entertainment purposes. Yes. But if people are copying, it's no difference in what people are doing with that information. Because what's the difference between me having a Discord and saying, hey, everybody, we're looking to buy at 21,400. As long as, such and such happens, we're getting into the buy. Boom. There's no difference of that and me saying the same thing on my stream and saying, all right, you guys, I'm looking to buy at 4,100, and you see me put my limit order in and it's sitting there for 5 minutes. Guess what people are going to do? They're going to take the trade. So I don't know. I don't know how they combat that, to be honest with you. I don't think there's a way for them to. It's not. It should be easy from a coding perspective to get these copy trading groups. I don't understand why that's even still an issue with any company, because you can code something on the back end. If you see a bunch of trades in the data that are taken around the same time, around the same price level, you should be able to code something like that. And you can run that report every day. Put them into a little pile. These are the people that we think are copy trading. Okay, the next day, same thing. These people are doing a copy trading service. It's that simple. But I don't know. I just want them to get their shit together because I'm over it. Okay. That's it. Here's what the accounts look like, you guys. I'm going to show you guys my TradeZella as well before I get off. So yeah, just took the one trade. I don't know. Today was just kind of trash because everything was just like kind of choppy between levels, honestly. Besides the one little push that we had at the medium impact news at 9 o'clock, mostly everything else was just kind of chopping. So I'm not really that upset that I didn't get very many trades. But it's still kind of annoying because I feel like if I'm scalping, I should be able to get at least 5 good entries in a session. So maybe I'll look, honestly, for real, look into reducing to a 20 tick chart. Hopefully that helps. I kind of feel like it won't help on days like today because if we're chopping between levels like that, we're going to chop like that on the smaller Renko size as well. Only going down by 4 ticks on my Renko bar size is not going to help that much because once that bar closes, it's just basically a 40 tick close instead of a 48 tick close. Once that closes, what happens in between the swings is going to be the same because of us touching levels and stuff. So I don't know, but either way, not mad about this at all. So TPT, I'm ending the week in profit. Fine. So I am what, about $1,600 away from being able to get payouts there. Apex, I ended the week in profit as well. Still have about $950 left in drawdown on that account, and that's the one I think, like I said, today should be like 23 trading days on that one. And then we have the Tradeify eval that I started today, which is crazy because I never like starting things at the end of the week, but I did anyway, but that's okay. Yeah, still not a horrible week. Let me log into TradeZella. So I am going to start doing, I think, a weekly, like a week in my trade journal type of video. That's what I want to do, but I'm also going to just show it at the end of the week on the streams as well. I have to, let me sync I can't show the Apex account though because with it being Rhythmic, I have to actually like upload the reports instead of just clicking a button to sync it. All right, so, oh no, TPT. All right, so let me show you guys. So here's the TPT account. Let's go back here. All right, so I made $370 on it for the week. 4 profit factor, won 80% of my trades. It looks like I won 4 trades, lost 1, and then broke even on 2. So that's not horrible. And then if I go to the PA account, so I gained about about 320 on that account as well. The win percentage would be 80% as well, I think, whatever. So 75%. So I won 3 trades on that one, lost the trade today, and then broke even on the 2. So overall, I made progress, and that's all that matters for me. I'm really hoping that next week is a really, really good week for me because I really want to try to get to my first payout by my birthday next month. So that's going to be like a happy birthday present to myself. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. But yeah, great discussion today, you guys. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. Sorry I couldn't take a lot of trades. Well, the market was trash. Okay, not my problem. Blame the market makers. But thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early Monday morning at 8:45 Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day, your weekend. Be safe. And I'll see you guys Monday. Bye.